Welcome, lovely Unstuck ladies. So today we are having an interview with Michelle. So Michelle, just tell us who you are, your name, your surname, and something about yourself.
Okay, I'm Mitchie Bow. I live in Jeffreys Bay, South Africa, and I have lost 127 kilograms. I used to weigh 211 kilograms, so I went from morbid obesity and I fought back.
Yeah, so 200, I checked it out in pounds, it's 280 pounds. That is a lot for those of you that think in pounds. So, wow, that is such an amazing amount if you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So tell me a little bit about why did you start? Why did you want to lose the weight?
Okay, well, basically from 6 years old, when I turned 6, I was a regular sized child. Within a year span, I had doubled my body weight. I went through doctors and specialists. My parents, bless them, loved me so much, and they tried so hard to try and help me with different diets and, healthy eating lifestyles to try and help me lose the weight. And after 22 years, it just grew and it grew and it grew. And when I was 12 years old, I weighed 120 kilograms. So from a very, very young age, I was carrying a lot of weight, and it started carrying into my adult life. And it became something that I was rather obsessed with. I had to fix it. I had my daughter, and then it became even more of a problem because I couldn't move as much. I was starting to get bedridden, going into the 200 kilos. My joints were starting to give away. It was causing problems with my organs, my heart. So my husband, now bless him, Dave, decided to sit with me the one day, and I said to him, I've had enough. I can't do this. So he covered up all of the mirrors in the house. We threw the scales out of the house. Not that they worked. They only measure up to 150 kilos. So not that my scales could actually help, but we threw everything out the house. And I took the bits of information that I've had for the past 22 years, and I kind of pulled it together into my own healthy lifestyle and listening to what my body wants. And after 24 months, there was 127 kilos gone.
24 months. Yeah. Wow. I was thinking, how long was the process?
24 months to lose the initial. I've broken my complete weight loss into 3 cycles. So the first cycle, it was the initial weight loss. So the 127 went down in 24 months. That was quite a shock to my body as well. Discovering my first shoulder bone was a very entertaining moment in the house when I stood in the shower and I started screaming for Dave, and I'm like, there's something wrong. I've got a lump growing on my arm. And he came into the bathroom, and he looked at me and he's like, no, it's supposed to be there. That's a bone. That's what it looks like. And that happened a few times with my knees as well. And I was like, what is this? Is this normal? So it was discovering a new normal, a new way of living, being able to go onto the beach and run and be active was a huge adjustment to my life. And it's made so many changes, letting my personality come out. And Dave's influence and support was just beyond reproach. It was amazing. Yeah. It's been an awesome journey.
What was the hardest part of it for you?
So the hardest part is definitely the eating side of it for me. I found what I did for 22 years was focus on the eating. So I was on lots of radical diets. I went through so many different fads that everybody was going through at the time, cutting out complete food groups from your diet, radical things that your bodies aren't supposed to do. And I tried everything. And the doctor said to me that the last thing you can do is have a surgery. And that wasn't very, it didn't sit well with me because, this came on naturally and I wanted to lose it naturally. So I focused a lot on the food side, but I didn't focus too much on the physical fitness. So I didn't focus on the training. I didn't see the connection between the two. So for a lot of my journey, I'd focus on the eating. And as soon as I started balancing the eating with the training, the weight started falling off and staying off. So as soon as I realized, okay, this is the recipe. So the training was a lot of fun. It was difficult in the beginning, definitely being 200 kilos. You can't do a lot of high impact exercises. It's going to impact the knees and joints and hips. So I had to do a lot of low impact, a lot of aqua swimming, things like that. And slowly but surely, as my body started shedding the weight, it got easier to do that. And that part I absolutely loved. I did not enjoy the food. I love my food way too much. And it was a bit of a programming process in my brain to say that I don't need a bigger plate. I can eat off a bread plate. So portion control was my number one. Cutting out the kryptonite foods and drinks. Fizzy cool drinks was my absolute kryptonite. And I didn't realize what an impact it made into my weight once I had reduced it, cut it out of my diet, and then I dropped 4 kilos in 1 week. So when I saw the results of cutting these food groups out, then it was a lot easier to get going. And then it became something I wanted to do. I wanted to find new, healthy, different recipes that were fun and tasty at the same time. So it became another section of interest in my life that grew and grew. And yeah, it's consumed me. I've dedicated my life to health and fitness now and helping other women see that there is hope. You know, I know when you're trapped in that bodysuit of 200 kilos, you think that there is no hope, or hope is only 7 years away. Yes, it may take some time. We want a slow process when it comes to weight loss. You don't want a sudden weight loss. It's going to be shocking for your body. So I had to get used to the long process. Once I got that process, it's magical. It's magical. I love it.
I always tell the ladies in my group, you know, like when you're going for a goal, it's good to have like a reason behind the reason.
Absolutely.
Like in your heart, like connecting your big why of why you want it.
Absolutely.
And what would you say was your biggest why? Like,
my biggest why was more health. I got to a point in my life where I had to learn to love my body. I had to love who I was, and that was very difficult at 200 kilos. And even that wasn't pull enough for me to push to lose the weight. I kind of got the mindset, well, if people don't like me, then don't look at me. And, you know, yes, it's okay to love and have confidence, but my health was taking a big knock and I hadn't seen that side of it. So as soon as I started getting heart problems, I started getting organ problems, my kidneys weren't working, and I couldn't play with my daughter. And the last thing I want is for my daughter to grow up and then lose her mother to something that her mother could have controlled. So I kind of had to take the decision to say, okay, for health reasons, let's do this.
Okay. And tell me, did you have, like, what did you said now, Dave, with your husband, he played a big support system for you. But did you have any other type of support system or something that you use to keep you on track? Because obviously this is a difficult road to walk.
It's self-discipline 100%. Like I said, it's a mindset as well of one choice at a time. A lot of people look at it at one day at a time. Oh, if I had a cheat today, oh, it's fine, I'll try again tomorrow. If it's one decision at a time, you're more likely to make healthier decisions. So if you're not really taking it, if you stand in front of a fridge and your choice is Coke or water, or a fizzy cool drink or water, you're going to try and choose the healthier solution, and that one choice is going to make the impact. So I had to teach myself that first. And as much as people were supporting me, if I wasn't in the mindset to make it work, it wasn't going to happen. So once I got that myself in the mindset, everybody could see the change in me and that I was dedicated to this. I'm going to make it happen. And family and friends were very supportive. I had been struggling with this weight from a young age. So my family grew up knowing, you know, the weight struggles that I've gone through and things like that. So I did it very quietly in the beginning because I've done so many diets and I've been like, I'm going to do this. And then after a month, you know, you're like, okay, no, I'm not going to do that diet anymore. So I did it quietly. I started, and once after 50 kilos had gone off, 60, 70 kilos, it gets a little bit more difficult to hide. So people started asking questions and we got quite a nice following with it. And I found some other ladies that were also struggling with weight issues at the time. So we kind of formed a little, you know, girl pack, and we did it together as a team. And, you know, Dave is complete ambassador. He's got the metabolism of an 18-year-old, so he doesn't have weight problems, but he's our cheerleader all the way. Definitely. Yeah,
because I think the mindset part is so important.
Absolutely.
To like change it in your subconscious and your whole thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's number one. If your mind isn't in it to win it, then you're going to struggle along the way. It's going to be a little bit more of a difficult journey. And what I want a lot of women to realize is this can be a really fun journey, because you're discovering new things about your body all the time.
Wow.
As you're doing the weight loss, you're discovering things that you liked that you didn't know you liked before, exercises that can actually make you happy. You discover so much about life, and it's another section that I implore so many people to go into it. And, you know, discovering the value of nutrition and how nutrition can actually boost your body. And I think COVID has kind of awoken everybody to the value of an immune system and things like that. And that's why I've managed to now start my stage 3 of my weight loss. So I've maintained for the past 2 years, and now I'm starting stage 3, and I'm pushing with the training. And yeah, it's so important to have that training behind you to boost immune system. And then,
that's incredible. Well done.
Thank you.
Pushing through with the mindset.
Absolutely. Mindset is absolutely everything. Definitely.
Did you ever use did you have an end goal in mind from the beginning, or did you you wanted to lose this amount of money, weight, or you know? Or did you just want to, in general?
The doctors kind of recommended a certain goal weight for me. They worked according to the body mass index and things like that. So we went through the graphs and tests, and their weight to me, as I was losing the weight, it felt a little bit too low. I'm a very muscular build. I've got a very big, strong bone density. So with the weight training that I was doing in the gym and the swimming that was going behind it, the muscle mass that I was carrying was not going to make it possible to weigh so little. So I had to kind of rearrange my own goal sets and where I think I should be in my body. And I found a healthy range for my body where I was comfortable. There was a lot of loose skin. So that's where the weight training came in, and it was a lifesaver just to tighten up everything a little bit. The rest of the loose skin will be removed in a surgery in a couple of months' time.
Did you ever have either a vision board or a favorite quote?
Definitely.
Quotes that you were putting up? You
Yes, I had a huge vision board that was in the house. It had Dave was notorious. Every time I would buy a new pair of jeans, I would size down. He would take that label and he would tie it onto my cupboard door, because he was so proud that it's a jean size down. And then it became 2-3 pairs of jeans during a month. And he was like, okay, please, can we sew your jeans in now instead of buying new ones? So I would kind of take bits and pieces from my journey, and I put it onto a big dream board. I had it in my bedroom. I had posters in my bathroom, little post-its next to the window. Remember to sparkle every day, no matter how you're feeling, because what you sometimes see in the mirror isn't what other people are seeing. That's something that I've grown up with from a little age. What I see is not what people see. So I have to learn to love what I see, and then people are going to love me in return. So it's kind of, I have to have little reminders everywhere I go around the house. And that dream board was a huge, huge help. And the one quote that helped me get through was to wake up determined and go to bed satisfied. So I would wake up in the morning and I would be like, okay, this is my health target for the day. This is my nutrition target. And I would make sure that when I went to bed, I could tick off those boxes and go to sleep satisfied in knowing that I tried my best. If I couldn't succeed on one of them, at least I tried my hardest to get there. So my main goal was to just do better than I did the day before. So if I set a goal with the training, especially if it was a cardio training, if it was just 5 more minutes longer on the treadmill tomorrow, then great. If it was 2 minutes longer, that's also great. As long as I'm just improving every day.
And I think that's also important, that pat on the back,
absolutely,
well done, you did it, instead of just seeing everything you did in the
big picture.
And for the little steps, actually look, that encouragement.
And that's so important. Do not weigh all the time. That was one thing that I had to train myself. If I see a scale, I have the habit of getting onto it, because it's something that's constantly working in my mind is the weight, the weight, the weight. So if I see a scale, I'm on it. And then as soon as you see, even if you're 100 grams up, because your body fluctuates on a daily basis with water and hormones and muscles and, things like that, you can't gauge just a normal scale in the mornings. So I would every day get on that scale. So it became a problem. And eventually when we threw the scales out, I would only go once every 2 months or once once a month. And when I broke the 100 kilogram mark, so gave myself a goal, I was not going to weigh 100 kilos when I turned 30. And come December, my birthday was in January, I went on New Year's Day and we had a look at one of the pharmacies. I got on the scale and I was 97 kilos. And David lost his mind. He was running around the pharmacy. We broke it, double digits. They thought we were complete like nutballs, but we had a great day. It was a moment that I'll never forget that feeling. That feeling it was worth all of the sweat and all of the hangry moments when I'm super hungry and no, I can't, I'm not going to do this, on the prize. So it made it all worth it at the end.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What are you like the most grateful for since you've lost all this weight?
It's kind of given me a new lease on life. I struggled with a lot of depression when I was younger. I was diagnosed with bipolar, things like that. And this has given me a way to kind of fight back, because if I was able to conquer obesity, I was able to beat 200 kilograms and overcome those challenges, then I can overcome any other challenges that come my way. So it gave me kind of a new look at life. I look at the sun in a different way, because I want to go and play in the sun now and not just hide indoors, or, I want to be out there, and it's given me a new adventure. I always want to try new things all the time. So it's really opened the doors to a brand new life.
Yeah, I
100%.
can imagine your family and your parents like
absolutely. And my dad stays in Hermanus, and he actually hasn't seen me since the weight loss.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since we've seen each other. So when I send him photos, he's like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "Dad, that's me." So
goodness,
the family, and it's quite refreshing. Every time I kind of go away from a town and I come back after the weight loss, no one recognizes me. But if they see me with Dave, then they're like, oh, it's you. Oh, wow. So those reactions of people not recognizing me at all, it was quite, a little boost as well. Yeah.
Wow.
New me.
Okay. Can you think of any other advice or tips or something that you would like to share with the ladies, just to encourage them on their own fitness and health journey?
Start small. I know we all have big goals, especially when it comes to physical training. Go with a trusted health provider and start small baby steps. Do a little bit of cardio, because if we set too big a goal for straight away, we struggle to reach that goal, and it damages our long-term process. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. Something that is very fickle with weight loss is that we want instant gratification. We want a tablet or a diet that's going to drop 10 kilos in 2 weeks, and it might just do that, who knows, but it's not going to stay off, and that's a guarantee. So what we want is a long-lasting result. So it's slow steps in the process, and look at yourself. Look at your reasons. Like you said, you have to know your why. So that why is going to carry you through those moments when you want to give up, those moments where you sit there and you say, you know what, it's not worth it anymore. That why has to be strong enough to give you that momentum to push through your wall. So baby steps, know your why. And the one and main thing is drink lots of water. All of the ladies that I train with, all of the ladies that I've done assessments with, I've worked with over 700 people when it comes to body assessments and things like that. And the main thing I will tell everybody is drink water, water, water. Water is one of the greatest tools when it comes to weight loss and, health in general. You don't really lose fat. We actually just shrink our fat cells. So one of the ways is when we're eating correctly, those fat cells then get starved. They start to reduce. We fill them up with water. When we sweat, when we go to the bathroom, all of that water sweats out, and then you're reducing weight. So water is one of the main ingredients when it comes to weight loss. So pump your water, get your water percentages up, heat the cucumber, the green and leafies, and just love yourself during the process and have fun. Take videos, record your process, have fun, include people. If it's a diet and it's a strict 4-letter swear word, you're not going to have fun on the journey. So it's not a restrictive diet. You're looking at a new lifestyle. So it comes to your outlook. Spend some time with yourself, figure out what you want for yourself, and drive for it.
That's incredible to think of it like that. Like, it's just a different way of thinking. It's not this hard
Yeah,
thing. It's
it needs
just
to
like,
be
okay.
fun. Absolutely. I mean, you know, training, especially if you're training with other ladies, find other ladies that have the same interests. You know, we all want to strive for better. We're not all the same body shapes. So we can work together to find a healthy goal. Because at the end of the day, even say, for example, if you're going to a gym, everybody is there for one goal, whether it's to build their muscle, their reasons can be different, but we all want to be healthy. So find fellow healthy, you know, enthusiasts, get your ladies that you can start together with and have a group going, you know, get a chat going, make it a fun process in your life.
To have that supported encouragement.
That's it. And it's guaranteed to be long lasting. And that's what we want as well. It's a long lasting result so that maintenance for the weight loss is a lot easier. Otherwise you go off of a diet and then the maintenance, you put on double the weight. So maintenance is just as important as the initial weight loss. And then you can guarantee it's going to be a long lasting effect.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle, for like your time.
No,
and sharing
thank you
with
for having
us.
me.
It's
It was
been
lovely.
Incredible to hear your story.
Thank you very
and we
much.
look forward to the rest of your journey. And
Cycle 3 is started. So I'm training over at Xclusive Fitness on the beach, and it's a fantastic facility close to the beach. So while I'm hitting those cardio sections, I'm watching the ocean for half an hour. So you'll see me training every day and it's going to be on Facebook. I'm going to start promoting the weight loss so that people can follow with me and we can finish off my journey together. I've built up, you know, quite a few people that would have liked to start the weight loss journey with me, and you know, so that they can also reach their goals. So yeah, stage 3 is there's going to be some interesting developments coming ahead with the new version of my weight loss.
You must give me the link for the Facebook where you're
going
to put it all up,
definitely.
so I can put it in the membership. The ladies can follow along. You can welcome to get in hold of Michelle, and then we can see how they can go further. And I will post some updates as you go on this journey.
Absolutely, that would be lovely. Thank you, and thank you for having me. And to all of the ladies, always remember that power is with you. You can do this.
Yes, and for the local ladies that are in J-Bay, please pop in Xclusive Gym. I've also joined that gym. I am also going on my own fitness journey with my husband. And yeah, we're really enjoying it. And thank you so much for your time.
Always.